Hello, everyone. Hope you had a good week so far. And if you're from the United States, I wish you a happy Thanksgiving Day. Probably you're already celebrating with your loved ones. And hey, do enjoy some time off. Now, today's video, it's a recent story again from my line of business as a user experience designer and interface designer. It happened this week, so it's fresh, and I think it aligns with the idea behind the Thanksgiving Day. So it's about collaboration, having good crops, yeah, the results of your work, and being grateful. Something that many of us are not so good at nowadays. Here it goes. So a few days back, a former student of mine just wrote to me saying hello and asking how are things? Well, that's awesome since I do like to stay in touch and hear from people that I mentored previously. They relocated to a new place somewhere in Asia, and I bet it's great since changing the environment usually bumps up your creativity level. They said they finalized a project for a client, some theme or a Shopify project, and that now they're focusing their attention on something new. Actually, they were asking me what kind of tool I would recommend, or where should they invest more time. Quite difficult to give a straight answer to. I said, hey, look, I'm thinking, it really challenging because on one hand it depends on the individual profile that someone has. Some people will get up to speed faster with a certain tool, while others will take more time with that tool. Then is the industry you're working for, the types of clients you have. You might have clients that they want you to know more Webflow or more WordPress. On top of that, all the AI technologies popping left and right. You know, I would say that will make it for a different discussion. Anyway, I was uh, reaching out to my phone the second day when I saw a message from a former colleague. And she asked me if by any chance I know someone able to help to get involved with a project she's in. Now, her role is that of a product owner. If you're new to this, if you haven't heard, um, basically it's the person who deals here with the requirements that come from the business owners and the stakeholders, and they have to prioritize and break those requirements down and communicate them efficiently to the technical team. Now, what kind of help they needed? A middle level designer, an experienced individual contributor that has a good command of Figma, able to design and prototype with this tool. Because at that point, this friend of mine said, hey, I ended up spending too much time in Figma. And of course, for a product owner, uh, when you end up spending more time wireframing and prototyping, it doesn't make sense. Something is not working. So in that case, I said, hey, I have the ideal candidate. Of course, it only took me 2 seconds to forward the contact details. And it seemed that they reached out to this person that I mentioned previously. And they actually wrote me back, yeah, one day later and said, hey, thank you for thinking of me and thank you for uh, recommending me. I think it was also a surprise for them. And what's the conclusion here? On one hand, um, it's about the skills you have and level that you're currently on with those skills. So the student I recommended already graduated. They went above and beyond in terms of the curriculum. They had to follow in the boot camp, and they're really capable of handling client-facing work. They already did some freelancing. Number two, timing matters, okay? Because while person A just finished with a client, person B was looking for a new designer, like now, this week. So it plays a huge part since there are plenty of moments when you might end up waiting even weeks to get a simple answer like yes or no. And sometimes, well, you're gonna get ghosted from the counterpart, which of course is not nice. Number three, it's about building trust and keeping in touch, maintaining the relationships with people that have different level or different titles and seniority levels and so on. I think this one is not only related to the creative industry, it's self-explanatory if you ask me. You're gonna recommend people that you trust to get the job done, and you would rather work with someone that came in as a referral, yeah, from a previous contact of yours. Now, last one on my list, showing a bit of respect and appreciation. Again, this matters. A simple thank you or small token or small gesture of gratitude. Just like you hitting the thumbs up button if you liked this video or subscribing to the channel for more uh, yeah, creative stories or design stories. Now, I'm gonna leave it here, and you can comment down below. Feel free to share when is the last time when you helped someone or someone helped you, you received help, and um, did you show your appreciation and how you show that you care. Again, thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.